if you remember.
Yeah, we got to come back.
Sure. We're waiting for, the borders to open and make tours happen again. Stuff like that.
Yeah, same here. We're not playing right now. I've just been writing music, writing some riffs for next Soulfly or next thing I do. So this is all my equipment here.
Great.
And I'm doing some painting. I'm painting this. Don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen on some previous interviews all the stuff you painted. Really nice. And
yeah, I paint some skins and just trying to stay busy, like writing riffs, making some music. That's pretty much it, man. We're all like confined to our home right now in quarantine, being here for 2 months now.
Okay, so I guess we can start our interview. Let me introduce my friend and our biggest drummer in Kazakhstan, Askat. And
hi, Max.
Alexander, if you remember, everybody.
How are you?
We've been on.
How are you?
We all have been to your show here in Almaty, of course. So, how is it going with writing riffs? Is it going to be next Soulfly or maybe Killer Be Killed or something else new, maybe?
Yeah, right now I'm just collecting riffs for Soulfly. Because it's been a couple of years now since Ritual, and I want to make a very good, strong record, for very powerful. So I'm using all my inspiration, even in this moment we are right now. I don't know if I'm sure you're following many protests here in America right now.
Yeah, we've seen all this shit happening today and yesterday.
I've been singing this shit since Refuse and Resist,
Yeah.
Now it's happening, And it's happening right now. It's fucking crazy.
I remember that the first cover of Refuse to Resist single.
Yeah, it was the inspiration. Was Riot, I inspired by people that take matters into their own hands and go on the street. And of course in South America we have a lot of that, in Brazil and in Argentina and Chile. People get fed up with government, with abuse of power and all that, so people take to the streets. And in America I think it was like here in the 60s. I wasn't here, but I seen videos, some riots in the 60s, and now when I wrote to Refuse to Resist, it was inspired by all this kind of feelings. I remember when I wrote the riff, I said, this is a riot riff. This riff is gonna be good for riots.
Yeah, sure.
It's like riot music, But I'm very inspired right now from riffs and music. I listen to a lot of heavy stuff, and so I've been composing new Soulfly music, hopefully for next year. So I think next year we'll have a new Soulfly record.
Sounds great.
We have a question, Max. You've got around, I don't know, 30 albums probably. So it's a lot. But now, how difficult or how easy for you to write your songs now, comparing with the time when you were younger and hungrier? I mean,
well,
musically.
The thing about music that some people don't understand about me is that it doesn't matter what happened in my life. I always write, you know, I always creating. It's like, to me, it's like breathing. So it's necessary to create. So it doesn't matter if a situation is, you know, more comfortable or, like you say, hungry. Of course, when you were young, we were very hungry, and it was different because we were against the world, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that feeling stays with you, you know, forever. You know, if I don't feel like that, if I feel that I don't have that feeling anymore, I will stop, because it'll be fake, and I don't want to put out fake shit, you know. So, but it has not happened. It's not happened. So now I'm even more inspired. I think sometimes, you know, watching people taken to the street and stuff like that, there's a lot to say right now. You can say in music, you can use music. Always I thought music was a good conductor of ideas, because even when I did Nailbomb, I think Nailbomb was perfect example. It was a very pissed off record. Right?
Yeah. I
see you guys like that. But
more than that, we have a small surprise for you, but it will be in the end of our interview.
So, you know, I feed of what's around me, you know. So, and music is in my blood, man. And for me, I'm still musically hungry right now. I have the search.
Cool.
I know I have many records. I have a lot of good, you know, really, really cool albums that people like and inspire. But to me, in my mind, it's like I'm still searching for the perfect record. You know, something that you prize yourself. You go, wow, that's fucking powerful. That's good. I'm proud of this. Especially because this kind of music, you know, I don't have pressure from label to write soft stuff. Yeah. So I write what I like, you know. That way, so that entirely creative freedom is very good, because, and I don't feel the need to change much stuff. Like, I like the vocals the way I sound. I don't want to sing, you know. I'm not, if you want to hear sing, listen to Robert, you know, and or you know, or like Robert Plant, you know. I like to scream. I prefer the scream. I prefer to get angry, heavy energy, you know. So those things stays the same with me forever, you know. So it's always good to write music. I always like writing music. I wrote even when I didn't have to. So a lot of times I was writing songs and I didn't have to write. It was not didn't have to make a record. It's kind of, it's, to me, just, it's very natural, you know. I've been doing for 30 years, something like that.
Yeah.
This kind of system with drum machine and then riffs, and then I collect all that, take it to the studio and make songs. And that's I love the whole process.
Awesome. Look, you've collaborated with almost all metal legends on this planet, but is there anyone left you would love to cooperate with in the future?
Well, I like also, you know, to me it doesn't need to be a real big name, you know. I like sometimes to actually work with smaller, more underground artists, you know. Was the case of you know, stuff like on Under Rapture with Ross from Immolation, and then on Archangel with Todd from Nails, you know. But of course, I have my bucket also list, you know, and then of course on top of it has always been Ozzy, you know. Just do something with Ozzy would be great, or even I don't know, maybe even Rob Halford, you know. I'm a big fan of Judas Priest, you know. But yeah, you know, we'll see how it goes. I mean, like, I like all the collaboration. I think they're very fun. It's kind of a way to. I always loved the stuff we did with Tom Araya, you know, like Terrorist.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the few times you get to hear Tom singing in a non-Slayer song.
Only with Body Count and Ice-T, all right.
Maybe Phil
But maybe Phil Anselmo, are you good buddies with him?
Yeah, you know, I'm friends with all of these guys, you know. We're good friends with all of these guys, and we'll see what happens, you know. I let it happen naturally. I don't force it. If it's gonna happen. But I also really big fan of underground music, you know, like a lot of good stuff right now here in America, like Necrot, and Gate Creeper, and Outer Heaven. Many good bands, you know, making some really old school death thrash metal that I really enjoy, you know. So I like to listen to a lot of that right now.
What about your brother Igor? How is he going? Where is he now? In London, right?
Yeah, he's in London dealing with this pandemic. Also, we had a tour scheduled for October in America to play Beneath the Remains and Arise, but now it has to be moved to next year. Soulfly also had a big tour in Europe, and we were playing all the festivals. We were doing the entire Prophecy, from back from beginning to the end. We were playing the whole record. I was very excited about that. I like the idea a lot of playing special records for the fans. And Prophecy is one of those. I think Prophecy and Soulfly 1 are very special Soulfly record that we can go out and do that kind of like special night, you know. Some bands are doing that kind of stuff. I know Mastodon did Crack the Sky, one of my favorite records, and of course I'm friends with Troy, you know. So I was talking to him about that. I thought that was really cool. So I said to him, I think I might do Soulfly Prophecy also. It's kind of cool to look back on your catalog. So we had all these festivals booked, and fucking virus bullshit came, and we had to cancel to next year. But we'll get back next year. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, nice. It's actually a cool idea to make you know, this album set lists like you did Nailbomb with both of your sons. It was really nice to see.
Yeah, you know, the Nailbomb was very special. It was really fun to have it was kind of a family vibe, but also we did it very in a cool way, I think, because we had Igor learn all the samplers, you know. We got a sampler machine, and which is kind of cool because it was really similar to how Nailbomb started. When we made Nailbomb, we could have got a guy that was already big in the industrial scene to be in the project, but we didn't want that. Me and Alex wanted to learn how to make that our own version, our own idea of industrial metal, you know. So we learned the keyboards, the sampler ourselves, very primitive. You know, some of the samplers are fucked up. It took like a long time to learn it. So it was similar to how we did with Nailbomb. I told Igor, like, we just go get a sampler and we learn how to use it, and we make our own sounds. And of course we use some sounds from the record, and we got the blessing from Alex to do it live. You know, we asked him, you my wife Gloria called him and asking for permission so we can play Nailbomb. And of course he didn't care. He was very happy. He doesn't want to do it, but he said, if you want to do it, it's okay. So that was very cool. That was very fun. And of course, also playing Beneath the Remains and Arise with my brother, was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I don't know if you see the videos.
Yeah, we've seen a lot, and you play really good. Really good.
We changed some songs. We shortened some songs a little bit to make them even more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with the original. I love the original, but we wanted to be even more extra energy.
Yeah.
So we even make some songs even a little shorter, more powerful. And the tours we did South America. It was fucking unreal. And we did Europe, and it was incredible. And then we're supposed to do America in October, but we have to do it next year now.
I've seen that set from St. Petersburg in Russia. Yes.
Yeah, that's how I think we started in Russia. We started in Vladivostok.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first show. Went all the way back to Moscow and St. Petersburg.
It's interesting that there was one of the questions from your fans here in Kazakhstan. Like, can you ask Max what does he prefer, Beneath the Remains or Arise? And we said, come on, look at the name of the tour. It's both at the same time. So
yeah, I like the rawness of Beneath the Remains, but I think Arise has better songs.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sure. And lyrical.
The raw Beneath the Remains is more raw.
Yeah.
And it's maybe a little bit more chaotic. But Arise was where we really make good songs, like That Embryonic Cells.
Yeah. Oh.
Desperate Cry, probably my favorite song. It's probably one of my favorite songs. So when you do both of them together, poof, fucking it's incredible. Perfect. And then we talk about Chaos AD is coming, which we're gonna think about doing that also. That's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
Because I think the album has got a lot of cool stuff in it, like a lot of jams and Kayovas and Manifest and Amen and many different kind of songs.
Godzilla.
So Chaos AD, Biotech Godzilla. Chaos AD is gonna be a big one whenever we do it. I don't know when. Next year, I don't know. But it's cool to be so. That's what I like about. I can stay so busy with so many things. Soulfly always, and then of course with Igor I can go back to some old albums, or I can make new music with Cavalera. I like the last record, Psychosis, very much. I think that was good. That was very powerful. And of course, we still do Killer Be Kill and all that stuff. So it's good to stay always busy,
Right. Talking about first two Soulfly albums, they are extremely rare to get them on vinyl. What do we, or maybe what do you need to do to reissue them on vinyl? Because the world really is looking for them.
Yeah.
They are extremely rare.
I don't have it.
Oh.
I know you burned the tape, so you can make a new mastering.
I have second album, which is a picture album, but the first one it's impossible to get in a good condition. So maybe it's time to reissue them on vinyl. And
that's more of a Gloria Cavalera kind of question.
Right. Gloria, please do this.
Yeah, she has to talk to the label, but
they
it's
don't
funny.
have...
I was doing an interview the other day, and the guy told me, the guy doing the interview had everything I recorded. He had all He had vinyl, cassette, CD, So he asked me if I had, because he made interview with many musicians, and he asked the question, do you have your own, all of your music? And I don't. Many stuff I see sometimes we go on tour and we sign shit for fans, and I was like, oh man, I never even seen this. I never seen this. What is this? Like a double record with it's fucked up.
Fantastic. Once you said that your favorite tattoo masters were Jonathan Shaw and Paul Booth. Did it change by this moment? Are they still one of the most inspirational tattoo masters for you, or you have new names?
Well, I haven't done a tattoo now in 10 years, I think.
Oh.
I want to go back to it. I want to, because I like tattooing. It's really kind of cool to feel the pain. Because you're doing for a reason, you feel that pain, but it's gonna be on you forever, Paul Booth is still always one of my favorites. There's also there's always new tattoo artists coming up, but I always respect also Leo Zuleta. He created the Soulfly symbol.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Philippines. He's the reason, the inventor pretty much of tribal tattoo. He brought tribal tattoo to America in 1960s. So he's an older guy, but he tattoos in LA. And one of these days I'm gonna get it to get the Soulfly symbol on my neck.
Wow.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, because we organize a tattoo festival here as well, not only concerts. So, and speaking about artists, we have a small present for you from our local, really dark and black metal girl. Her name is Ada Stone, and here you go.
Wow, that's awesome.
Guess who?
Yeah, guess who?
Yeah,
that
looks really good.
Yeah, we'll send it to you by mail.
Okay, cool, man. Very cool.
I've read that once you said that in your childhood you had posters of the movies Apocalypse Now and Clockwork Orange above your bed when you were young. Talking about these days, what kind of movie poster you would put next to your bed like these days? Are there any great movies that inspire you right now, or they still Apocalypse Now and Clockwork Orange?
No, I've been actually watching a lot of Stephen King stuff. There's a series called Dark Castle that's really good.
Yeah, series.
And also some other random movies that he did. Of course, the most popular ones are It and Doctor Sleep. I think Doctor Sleep was really good.
Yeah.
My son Igor he writes books now like Stephen King. He's on his third book right now.
Third book already.
Are they available somewhere?
Yeah,
online.
Yeah.
Go to the shop online.
Oh.
Igor, he goes by Igor Amadeus.
Nice.
He doesn't use Cavalera, and because a lot of people think of my brother, so he wants to make sure it's a different Igor. So he goes by Igor Amadeus.
Right.
His middle name, but his stories are really amazing, man. He's got a mind. He's got a great mind, and his books are like Stephen King books. And I cannot do that shit, so I'm very impressed that he's able to think of the story, create the characters, make the book, and he does the research about the stuff, and it's fucking insane, you know. And he's working on his third one right now. I gave him an idea. I was joking. I say, you should do a book about a road guy. It's a road crew that is a serial killer. That he goes on tour and kills people, but he's a roadie from a band.
Before
he might do that.
It sounds so natural.
Yeah, he say he might do that, so it's kind of cool.
it's a cool idea for your new song, actually.
Yeah. The new album, there's a lot of stuff to sing about. You know, I leave lyrics for later. That's the last thing I do. The first part of writing anything is always riffs. So compile a lot of riffs first, and then, you know, after you do the riffs, then you start thinking a little bit about some words. Sometimes you have a riff that you have some words to get attached to it that you already think, oh, I can sing this on this part, is gonna be okay, you know. So I save it for later. But most of the time I more preoccupied with just the riffs, just collecting riffs right now. And I think to me, a riff is very serious business, man. The riffs are essential in metal.
Right.
A good riff can make a good song.
But what are the moments that you get your riffs into your mind? Is it like in the shower, or when you sleep, or when you drive, or when you eat? Like, what are they?
On a coach.
A lot of it jamming, you know. But when you make a good riff, man, it's an incredible feeling. It's incredible feeling. It's hard to describe to people, but it's a feeling of a pure joy and satisfaction, and you know this riff is gonna fuck shit up. When you play live, people gonna get hurt. They're gonna, you know, that's gonna explode. And a lot of times I can tell I can feel a cool riff like that when I'm sitting just by myself, and I go, fuck yes.
Wow.
And sometimes it's very hard. Sometimes it's a struggle. I remember trying to come up with the riff for Jump the Fuck Up. And I work on for 4 hours. And I remember I had a guitar. I was working on it, and I got mad. I think after 2 hours, I smashed the guitar.
Wow.
I was like, fuck. And I came back. I went outside, took a 30-minute break, came back inside, grabbed another guitar, and the riff came.
Wow.
So that was a force. That was like, you know, strangulation kind of to get the riff out, but it came out. So the guitar is still broke.
But do you have a big collection of guitars, or is it comparatively small one?
Yeah, you know, many of them. Hopefully, Gloria got in touch with a lot of them and saved it from destruction. So some of them are even very old, from Sepultura days, like some BC Rich and stuff.
Wow,
classic.
The white BC Rich, she has it, put it away. I play ESP now, you know. They're good, very good company. You know, they designed my own model, which is the Reaper, and I have the Brazilian flag now, Reaper, and a bunch of camouflage ones. I'm not a big collector of guitars like some people. I have enough to. I have some special ones for touring. The ones I really like. I got a couple other ones to jam, but I'm not a big collector of guitars. Not like other guitar people.
But still, I'm a still big fan of your instrumental songs. On every album, you have one instrumental Soulfly songs, and maybe do you have any ideas of some new cool ethnic instruments which you can use for the next one?
Yeah, I've been giving some thought about it. I like to record some the next one in some place exotic kind of. So maybe even Kazakhstan. Why not?
Yeah, sure. And
I know you have some very special tribal instruments there. That people play.
Right.
We'll send it to you.
Okay.
Don't send them all, otherwise Max will not come.
We'll send a couple.
Yeah. So, because I like the instrumentals and I like the idea of making them special all the time. That's why we had some with the very different things like the duduk on Soulfly 10, I think it was. No, Soulfly 9. Soulfly 10, Archangel. And then we had saxophone on Soulfly 11. It was kind of cool. It was kind of weird, But yeah, like this, the instrumental is always more later. So one of the ideas is to record somewhere exotic. So I have to think about this, and eventually I'll find the right place, and it's gonna be but you'll continue. We'll have another instrumental on the next record. I always put those because I heard for so many fans. When I first made them, I thought people not gonna like it, because they're very melodic and they're more like they're not metal songs. They're more chill, more spiritual or something, But more and more I keep doing, more fans come to me and say, I love this instrumental. I love this shit. I can't wait to hear the next one, And some people, man, there's a guy that told me that his wife was with cancer in the hospital. And during treatment, she was listening to instrumentals to feel better. That's some crazy, powerful stuff, Quite amazing that the music helping for people like that.
Yeah, music always saves, and we like that cadence too. So
yeah.
Nice.
All right, you guys.
Last question.
Got, a last question.
Yeah, last question. How difficult to get you as a guest voice or as a guest musician for, I don't know, track of a new band or maybe not new band? Like, is it possible? It's just in theory.
Yeah, I mean, I like more jamming, So a lot of times I've been invited sometimes to jam. Was the one time really cool. It was during we went to near Carthage in North Africa. It was an amazing. I went there and jammed with the metal band there, and I always do shows here with the Navajo Indians, with the tribal Indians of Arizona, And I like that even better than. I mean, a recording is cool, and it's people can always approach Gloria about it, But I prefer jamming. I think more real to jam with the people, Okay. I like that better, So if I, cool. It was Tunisia. It was in Tunisia. It was about 10 years ago. I went to Tunisia by myself, only me and Gloria, and I jammed with a metal band, and there was 1,000 metalheads. And it was fucking incredible. What an experience.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And they are surprised for you. We have a link special, so you can check out. We did a Nailbomb cover together
Yeah, we send link in the chat, just here in the Zoom, so you can check it.
All right.
Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for being an inspiration for lots of people around the world.
Keep rocking.
Okay, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you in Kazakhstan next year.
For sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Cheers.
Stay metal.
Thank you.
Cheers.